Hi, I'm Chris. We're here going through our PSAT math. We're in section 2, question number 11. And when we see a question like this on the test, we should be super psyched about this kind of question. Why, might you ask? Well, that's because of the amount of time a question like this takes if we know what we need to know in terms of the background content. So for this question, they're asking which of these equations of a line is the equation of a line with the greatest slope. So let me just write that down up here. Greatest slope. That means which one is the steepest. And to be able to identify that, what we need to know is we need to know slope-intercept form of a line, which is y equals mx plus b. And in slope-intercept form, the value of m stands for your slope. The value of b stands for your y-intercept. So as long as we know this form of a line and can recognize it when we see it, which we do see that form in all 5 of our answer choices, then what we're looking for is we're looking for a line where the slope, meaning the number in front of the x, the coefficient on the x, is the greatest value in order to have the greatest slope. So let's take a look at our answer choices. So right now we'll look at B, C, D, and E. We're going to skip A for a moment, and I'll show you why in a sec. So here we have 1/8. What's the number before x on answer choice C? There's nothing written there. What's the imaginary number that we always have as a coefficient if there's nothing? Hopefully you said 1. On D it's 2, on E it's 8. So between those 4, we can look quickly and say, okay, well 8 is bigger than all those other numbers. Let's go ahead and eliminate B, C, and D. And then for answer choice A, we have y equals 2. We don't have an x term. So if you don't have an x term, where is it? What's the slope? What's the coefficient on x? Well, if the term is not there, that means that your slope is actually going to be 0, because this would be the same thing as if you wrote y equals 0 times x plus 2. So we have a slope of 0. It's just not written because when you multiply 0, you end up with 0. And when there's nothing there, we don't write it in the equation itself. So we can eliminate answer choice A as well, and that leaves us with answer choice E for question 11. So hopefully on a question like this, if you're not already familiar with slope-intercept form, then it's something that you can make a quick flashcard of and memorize, because on test day, the reason we love a question like number 11 on the PSAT or on the SAT, as it may happen later in the year for you, is that when you see a question like this, if you know your stuff, you can probably find the correct answer to this question in under 10 to, well, probably under 15, 20 seconds to be safe. Maybe even under 10 if you're a fast reader. But that's really important on the test because you have a minute 15 seconds per question. If you're able to answer one question in 15 seconds, that means right there you've saved an entire minute to apply to another question later on in that math section. For more, please feel free to click here for question 12, and thanks for watching.